So my name is Ryan Higgins, and I am the Corporate Safety Director for JC Steel Erectors on site. Funny story. So I graduated from Fordham in 2013, shout out Rams, and I worked in sports marketing for 5 years. I lost my job in 2019, and my uncle put me in touch with Chris Amplo, who is the president of JC Steel. And at the time, we had just won the Islanders hockey arena, and Chris had a lot of contacts in the sports world. I was an athlete growing up. I was in sports. I wanted to try to stay in sports. And my uncle thought that Chris would have some connections for me. So long story short, I had a couple conversations with him. And by the third conversation, he's like, I want to hire you. And I told him, I'm like, Chris, I don't know what a steel column, beam, welded connection, a bolted connection. I couldn't tell you the first thing about steel erection. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I'm trying to grow my company, and I want to hire people that I think are going to be hard workers and that I can trust. And slowly but surely, I was a project manager. So I started in June of 2019. I was a PM for 6 years. And I stepped into the corporate safety position last year, so I've been doing the safety role for about 14 months. So kind of a long, windy road to get to where I am today. Very thankful to be with this company, very, very thankful to be with JC Steel. I like to tell people, especially that aren't necessarily, familiar with the construction industry, of like just the vast amount of work that goes into a project like this. When I was like growing up, and you see a construction job like this and you look around and you're like, oh man, that looks really cool. And then you might drive by 6 months later and there's more progress and you're like, oh, that's really cool. But to really try to develop an understanding and, the late nights, the early mornings, the craftsmanship, the quality of the workers that we have in Local 361, Local 40, and the 14 and 15 operators, it's truly something special. And I think it kind of culminates in a project of this capacity, where you get to see it like unfold firsthand. And I've been here every day for the last year, and it's a really cool journey to kind of really get to where we are today. This is my first stadium, and coming into it, working with some of the team members that we've had that worked at the UBS arena, we had a little bit of learnings from that. But to bring it to this, I would just say it's been working with the ironworkers, working with the operators. Like a week and a half ago, we were building a tower crane, and once we had gotten to the point where we were getting the boom components put together, I walked about 30 feet onto the boom. And to gain a true like appreciation and understanding of what our guys do every single day, to do that, to walk out, my legs were shaking. I could not wait to get back on solid ground. For me to understand those challenges, that's what our guys do every single day. That's what I think an appreciation of a structure like this, like you get to a point and within the last, month or so where we closed up this roof. We had all of our decking thrown out, and then you get to take a little bit of a step back and you get to look and you'd be like, wow, like we did this. And you get to look around at all the roof trusses that you feel like you had meeting after meeting, hour after hour, talking about how you were going to do these, how you were going to get them up safely, and then to look around and be like, oh, this is really cool. I will be here on opening day, God willing. I'd love to take my 3-year-old son here. He's not a big soccer guy yet, and my wife always jokes around with me of like, you drive around New York now and I point at different structures and be like, well, we did that, and we did that, and we did this. To drive by this and to be able to come to a game, like we went to one of the first games at the UBS arena, and that was really cool, and I didn't really even have a really big part of that. So to come to this stadium and to see the ball being kicked around the pitch, it's going to be a really fun moment, and I hope I get to show my kids and they show their kids one day that, like Dad did this and helped build this. So that's a really cool part of it.